Hello everyone, thank you very much for clicking and for watching the video. So I woke up the other morning, my alarm went off, I reach over to my phone and I've got the morning notifications that come in. And I noticed there's one that says 5 years warranty. I thought, what have I got 5 years warranty on? Open it up and it's Cex doing 5 years warranty. I thought, oh, that's interesting. Anyway, had to get ready for work, put it down. Started thinking about it and I thought, 5 years warranty, what on? So I go back to my phone, have a little look, 5 years warranty on everything. I thought to myself, do you know what? 5 years is a long time for warranty on everything. It sort of got the cogs going in my head, and I've actually sat down and thought about this and thought that's actually quite a decent deal. You know, it's something to really consider when making purchases, especially on certain things in the gaming world. So I thought I'd make a quick video because there's nothing else I'd like to talk about at the moment, nothing more interesting in my life. So I thought I'd make this video and get some comments in the comment section to see what you guys are thinking. So first thing, what is warranty? I did consumer law back at university. That was a very long time ago. My memory of it is basically an agreement when you purchase something that item will act the way it should. It'll work basically for a specified period of time, and if it doesn't work, the person you bought it off will like either repair it, replace it, or refund you. I don't know if that's still the case. Also, you used to be able to get it, like everyone got 12 months warranty for like electrical goods and things back in the day. I don't know if that's still the case, but basically that's roughly what warranty is. They're agreeing it will work for a certain period of time, and if you were to bring it back with a receipt, they'll make sure it's working. And Cex basically just turned around and said, right, we'll do that for anything you buy for 5 years. But the key thing for me is like it's anything. So I think Cex have done it, by the way, completely. They would have considered gaming. I don't think they'd have put much thought into retro gaming, because I think they're focusing on their phones and their tablets and the stuff that makes Cex money. I know as gamers we sort of see Cex and think that those retro games that we buy is what's keeping them afloat. It's not. It's the phones, it's the tablets, it's all that sort of stuff that keeps them going. So I think that's really what they're focused on with this 5-year warranty, and gamers are going to benefit because they've just tagged anything just because it sounds better as a selling point, doesn't it? You know, get to give consumer confidence, that sort of thing. So that's pretty much what they've done. Now, for me, they've had 2 years warranty on everything for a while, and really just for the game side, when you buy a game, it doesn't really influence me in any way, because if the game's a bit dodgy, you can take it back, they'll run it through the disc cleaner, and 99% of the time it'll work fine. Or you can actually take it back, and if you know, half the time they won't even ask. They'll just run it through the disc cleaner for you. If not, it's like £2 to fix it. So it's never been too much of a thing. And 2 years warranty for a console, and it's the consoles that are really interesting me that I just want to chat to you about and get your views on. 2 years warranty on a console is pretty standard. So, you know, that's that. But now, 5 years warranty on a console. Now, let's say someone like myself goes to a car boot and I buy a PlayStation 2 for £3 that's been sitting in George's garage for the last 20 odd years. I buy it, bring it home, plug it in, it works fine. I take it to Cex, sell it to them, it's on their shelf. Cex are now saying that they will ensure that 20-plus-year-old battered PS2 will work for another 5 years. If not, bring it back, they'll fix it, they'll replace it for you if not, or they'll refund you. Key thing as well, refund is regarding voucher. You can't give them £20, go back in 5 years time and get your £20 cash back. It's always in voucher, so that's an interesting thing to keep in mind. But are they really going to keep these PS2s, Dreamcasts, Mega Drive, these sort? Are they going to guarantee they work for 5 years? Now, I know that Cex actually send this stuff away, and they have, from what I understand, there's quite a large department that sort of keep they send them around to be fixed, they keep them going, and they replace the parts. A couple of times I've spoken to the staff and seen the big buckets that they're sending back to wherever it is they're sending them to be fixed, to be sold. I don't know if they're back on the Cex shelves, that's always interests me, or whether they sell them through some other means, but they're sending them off to be fixed, and then they're somehow coming back into circulation. But yeah, 5 years seems like a hell of a long time for some of these older consoles. And then I thought, well, if you're trying to make a decision, I've never bought a console from Cex. I've never actually, the last time I bought a console was from Game when I was young. Everyone else I find from out and about, out in the wild, as they say. But let's think about it now. If you're going to buy a console, let's say I want to go out and buy a PS5. Let's go through where you'd actually get these things from. So go. Let's say, I won't suggest this. Let's say you go on eBay. eBay is a nightmare if something goes wrong. It can be a real faff. So if you're going to buy a PS5, second-hand PS5 or brand new PS5 on eBay, just be warned. If there's anything dodgy with it, it can be a nightmare getting your money back. Don't suggest it. Some people do it, up to you, but I personally would never go to eBay to buy a console. Next thing that you're looking at is Vinted. Now, Vinted, again, you never really know what you're going to be getting from Vinted. You can get some great deals, but I've never really been interested in picking up a console, and there's no way you're getting a warranty. So if it comes and it works, happy days, you probably got it on the cheap. If it shows up and it's knackered, I've returned 2 things on Vinted. One went absolutely fine, the other one was a bit of a faff, and they were little tiny low value things. Returning like a PS5, I could imagine be quite stressful. So it could be done on Vinted, but again, me personally, I wouldn't be buying a console from Vinted. And just go back one, car boots and charity shops, you get what you pay for there. You know exactly the situation you're in. You ain't getting no warranty, you're taking a risk, which is why you're paying tuppence for it. End of. If you buy something from a car boot and it doesn't work, you should have been expecting that when you purchased it in the first place. So job done. Next one, Facebook Marketplace. Now, again, Facebook Marketplace can be it's slightly better because you're going to pick it up. You can see it before you buy it. A lot of the time you go to someone's house to pick these things up. So it can be okay, but again, sometimes that face-to-face purchase can make it a bit awkward if you're not happy with it, and you know, it can be it's a strange place, Facebook Marketplace. I again have purchased consoles on Facebook, but they've always been to sort of resell, never to keep. They're okay a lot of the time, but back to it, there's certainly no warranty. If you bought something off, if someone bought a console off me on Facebook, say 2 years ago, and they ring me up today and say it stopped working, yeah, and I'm not giving them their money back. So there's that slightly better chance of it working, but there's certainly no warranty with it. So then let's go up the hill a bit more. Game. So I don't even know if Game sells consoles, and can I just be straight? I think people of my age are really getting confused with Game. Game are not the Game of old. That company does not exist anymore. Game is nothing more than a brand, which I believe they're called the Fraser Group, Sports Direct have purchased. When you go into Game, you shouldn't be expecting the Game of old. They don't care. They're just little impulse purchases. When you're in Sports Direct, maybe you buy your kids a game because they're there. And that's why there's Lego and board games and things. That's the market they're aiming towards, which I know there's been some terrible Silent Hill situation going around, but it's to be expected. They're not Game anymore. They're not that high street people. You could buy a console from them. I'm sure they've got some warranty. I haven't had a look, but I don't know what their pricing would be like. And again, just their customer service is outrageous. So for price wise and customer service, and just the fact it's not the Game of old, I'd just give Game a miss entirely, to be honest with you. So then what's next? And this concerns me. So then you go into an independent game store. Now this 5-year warranty does concern. I don't have any independent game stores around me, but I'm willing to bet that when they sell console, that's a good sale for them, you know. And I'm sure some do and don't offer some form of warranty or protection, but I think a lot of the prices that independent stores are at, which I visit, and let's group in some conventions here as well, gaming markets, you're going to be more tempted by CEX now, I feel, because of this 5-year warranty. I don't think it's fair to expect independent stores to be offering that length of warranty, and their prices, from what I've seen in the past, are very, very similar to CEX. Almost, we have to admit that CEX are very influential in setting the pricing for gaming now, especially in the UK. So I'm concerned about that, because I think it will impact independent store console sales. Maybe not the games, like I say, because I don't think anyone's too fussed about them, to be honest. But you know, peripherals, controllers, that sort of thing, and consoles. Yeah, I'm concerned that this will have a knock-on effect on independent game stores, and I am CEX. I know some people just hate CEX for whatever reason it is, but you know, I want independent game stores to be protected at the same time. That they're people's jobs, they're people's livelihoods, you know, people have kids to feed, and I am slightly concerned that small thing, although might seem insignificant in the mental mindset for a consumer, they will go for that 5-year warranty because the prices are so similar and they can get that from Cex. So that's something I'm thinking could have a big impact. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree on that one. Which then leaves you with Cex. Now, the console purchase from Cex charge quite a bit for their consoles. You can get them cheaper in almost everywhere I've just mentioned. I don't know about game, and again, independent stores are up and all sorts of different prices, but they do kind of overcharge a little bit. But now we've got the situation of they're going to overcharge a little bit, but you get 5 years warranty. Is that bit extra price worth the 5 years of warranty? And I have to say immediately in my head, yes, I think they are. I would now be tempted to get, in fact, not tempted, I would buy, if I was to now go out and get a Series X, PS5, Switch, whatever, I'm probably going to get it from Cex hands down now because of that 5 years warranty. I'll be happy to pay that little tiny bit extra. And this is why I think, although it's a little tiny, just a sort of, you know, extra bonus in their terms and conditions, I think it's quite impactful. And that's what I find interesting. I'll be really interested in your thoughts on that one. So yeah, I think Cex are playing a bit of a blinder on this one. Something that probably doesn't sound too significant is going to be quite influential in decision making when it comes down to consoles. And again, mobile phones, tablets, that sort of 5 years. 5 years they're guaranteeing some of this stuff is going to last for. Now, you know, just to touch on quickly before I leave you, I trade in a lot of stuff to Cex, and some of the stuff I trade in, I would be surprised if it's working in 5 years' time. You know, some of these consoles that are like 20 plus years old, and they're going to keep, where are they getting the parts from? Like, how much are they invest? So Cex, there are a reason they're the high street giants. There's a reason they dictate the price. They're ran properly. Someone has put some time and thought into this, and they've said, right, to cover our phones and everything else, we'll have to include these consoles. We'll have a way of fixing them, or they're at least prepared to refund you in voucher if things do go wrong, to sort of add this extra bonus to buying phones and things off them, which is their bread and butter. But yeah, 5 years warranty. I think that's a really, really good move from Cex, especially in regards to selling hardware. Again, not so much games. I don't think it's going to have too much influence at all on game purchases, but hardware, definitely. So I just wanted to share that opinion. I'm really interested in knowing what you guys think about that. So if you put something in the comments, a little conversation going, yeah, let's see if I like these things, because there's always people out there that have a different perspective and they put things you haven't thought of, and I love it when these sort of things come into the gaming community, because it really does throw that sort of that curveball into things and get people thinking, doesn't it? So yeah, in the comments, your views and opinion. 5 years warranty, is it a good move? Is it insignificant? Is it going to influence how you purchase from Cex, or especially hardware? Let me know. Thank you very, very, very much for watching. Take care of yourselves.